Hi, welcome to this video for today. My name is Rachel, and today I want to talk to you about another tool that really is important to help you with your project management. And this is mainly a note-taking for either, actually, it's for note-taking. However, this can be used across the board by different types of professionals. It can be for project managers, executive assistants, executive managers, agencies, anyone from an agency. In fact, it's as you can see here, first of all, it's called Scribbl, scribbl.com. Scribbl, the spelling is SCRIBBL, no E at the end, and it's scribbl.co, scribbl.co. Okay, so as I was saying before, different types of professionals can use this. And for this one, because I've discussed some other note-taking apps in the past for meetings, this one in particular, it tends to be that is very well made or created for agencies. In other words, for groups of people that are going to be client-facing a lot, meaning that there'll be collaboration, either you have some part of deliverable that you're creating and people have to review it, give you feedback and things like that. So that's what this is about. This is mainly for, that's the ideal customer service professional. So as you can see here, I'm gonna just do a quick tour here at the home page. You see it says agencies. It's mainly created for agencies or essentially teams of people that can collaborate and also have client-facing or clients that they can collaborate with. And I'll show you the reason why, okay? So anyway, as you see here, it says use AI to make your agency more efficient. That's why I'm talking about agencies. And someone may wonder what are agencies. Essentially, agencies are it's just a form or model of a business whereby you have the person are providing services to your customers. Usually it tends to be probably a monthly recurring service, okay, for your customers. And therefore that whatever it is you're giving or working with them, you're going to be working with them on a continuous basis. All right. So having said that, agencies, as you see here, it says agencies love us for so many reasons. Here are just a few. It will say improved project outcomes. Hence, within the agency, okay, you have different types of categories of people that are working within that agency. So if you're a project manager, if you're maybe an operations manager, or anyone that may be managing the projects in some way, shape, or form, this is very ideal for you. They also have enhanced client visibility. I talked about that. I'll show you why once we go within the tool itself. Resource optimization, they utilize AI-driven insights from both internal and external conversations to allocate resources efficiently and keep projects on track, and then accelerating employee onboarding. It leverages a comprehensive library of client meetings and interactions to quickly equip new employee team members with knowledge and context they need to excel, okay? So meaning that it makes it easy for those people to be able to have that, to have the information at their fingertips and easily see what the clients are saying, again, because it's very collaborative. You can read some of the reviews here. They have many reviews for sure, as you can see. And I'm going to talk about some of them. I'll just close this for a minute. And when we come here, you're going to see that the way that you can implement this is by actually adding it as a Chrome extension. So what does that mean? That means that you're most likely going to need to work with Google applications, you know, because Chrome is the Google web browser. And so that when you add it, it's not necessarily going to do anything that will impact any of, it's not a major implementation. It's going to be added on as as an extension. Okay. So remember I said I have other apps I've worked with that are not taking. And those are different, really, in terms of who they are for. That's why there's a difference there. Okay. So I talk about this because currently I do have those and I had to disable them in order to at least be able to use this particular one. When I say disable, I have not removed them as an extension. Rather, what I've done is I've just stopped it from actually creating or going ahead and creating a transcript, because that's what note takers do. They're going to automatically create a transcript. Give me a minute here. I just need to see comments. Where's my Scribble? Okay. So I think I have that. See, it's working. Okay. All right. So there we are. Now, I'll do this. I did earlier have a quick demo as I was doing, because I'm doing a demo of how we can create this. So I'm not necessarily going to use it in a context where I'm making a big presentation, okay? But I'll show you how it is done exactly. So currently I already have this added to my Chrome extension. I'll be showing you how to go about that. And what you want to do is, if you want to try it out, you can actually click on the sign up for free, and then you will be able to, you'll be able to create an account. They do give you an option to have, let me go here and show you the pricing. So the pricing has three. You have a freemium plan, which, you know, they give you a plan up to a certain point. Video recordings expire after 2 months. This is 15 meetings per month, unlimited meeting length, AI generated notes and action items, which is good. In other words, it's going to summarize those items. It will pick them out automatically for you and show you what the main points are, what was discussed. And then also, you have a team of up to 5 people. So that's great. I think that's a great giveaway, actually. A team of 5 people for free for now for that. Okay. And also your videos expire after 2 months, just so you know. Okay. The next one is called the Pro plan. You will have, let me actually go to monthly billing, because usually that's the better one. You will have, it's $20 per user per month. And these are all the items that come with that plan. AI generated notes, same thing, video recording after a year. Oh my God, you can't go any better than that. Up to 500 gigabytes of storage, great. AI chat with a meeting. Okay, that is great. And then you also have for team. It also says here up to 5 people, rock stars and small teams up to 5 people. So then you have team. This one you have to contact them. I think it's where you have a bigger team, and also you have many meetings. You would need to contact them for more information. Okay. When you do the monthly, it's 20 per person per month. If you go annual, again, you can toggle between that. Here at the top, it's about 13. So you get a discount actually of about 20%, 13 per month per person and per user. And so that is how you do that. Okay. If you have any questions, they answer some common questions here. And again, you can, we are going to sign up for a free account. Okay. So, and then you have the blog here, probably it's where also they will show you some items, how to do's. As you can see here, the main ones, how to use AI to make tech meeting notes, how to mute on Zoom, step by step on how to mute yourself and participants on Zoom. Okay. So you can go through that and get some good tips, okay, or walkthroughs. All right. So here, when you click on sign up as a new person, this is what is going to tell you. Okay, it signed me up automatically because I already have an account that's open and also, but what I wanted to show you is in any case that you can, in order to use it, you need to really use a Google account, okay? And in this case, probably if you're an agency or someone with maybe a team or you're growing, you can use actually Google Workspace, sorry. And that's the updated account from the free emails that, many of us use. You can use the paid one because it gives you more access to things, okay? But going back to that, when you click on here, it says you have to use Google to sign in, which you do. I already have that. That's why I'm in here. So and when you click actually on that, it's going to also, you enter your email, it's going to bring you here. Okay. Let me just say them here. It's going to bring you here where it's now telling you, hey, you need to actually implement this as an extension, add it to your Google Chrome extension, okay? Now, for me, the account right now I'm using here in the demo is not the account that I use to sign for Scribble, so I'm not gonna add the extension because I already have it and I don't want it to be a lot here because I have other apps also in almost one of these, okay? So having said that, here you can see it's showing you how it's going to do that. Because it can detect, this is my Edge. I have Edge, I have the Edge web browser, and then I also have Chrome. So I use them, excuse me, I use it differently. So that's why it's telling me here, click on get extension to install, and it will install it on Edge, but I don't want to do that. I already have it on my Chrome, so I'm going to leave it. However, if it's your first time, please click on get extension, and it will allow you to do that. And then here, clearly, as you can see, look at their ratings. It's 4.9. They have over 1,000K ratings. That's not easy to get, by the way. It's saying 20,000 users. That is a great, great number. And 4.9. I'll tell you that getting this with all those many people, you usually have to have a good rating. And it's 4.9. You couldn't beat that, even though it's not 5, it's 4.9. Usually anything below 4, maybe anything below 4 at most, I could be queasy about it. But in this case, it looks good, 4.9, over 1,500 people almost, ratings. They have over 20,000 users, so you can't beat that, okay? So having said that, now what I want to do is I'm going to switch over now to my other screen for Google Chrome, because what I want to do, let me just pause here my sharing the screen, okay? What I want to do is, oops, couldn't do that. Is I want to show you when you actually schedule this in when you schedule this with, I'm using right now Zoom, but if you schedule it in your Google Calendar as an event and use Google Meet, it's gonna be able to give you, the information that you need. On my end right now, let's see. Actually, I did use a Zoom here. I did not use Google Meet, but you can also use Google Meet if you use that. What I want to emphasize is that whether you're using Zoom or Google Meet, it's still going to use your Google document, okay? One of the things may be that, let me see, that we weren't able to access. It doesn't show here, I think. Let's see here, my document. I want to show you how it looks in the document. Yes, here. Okay. Okay, here. All right, we share that here. We share. Okay, let's see, resume. I'm gonna do a new show here. Here's my document here. So as you can see here, when you come to where you've created your account, remember you saw the Google email, it says sign in with a Google email, which is also really a one-click action. It will take you to this screen, a screen that looks like this that says, welcome Rachel, give Scribble access to your Google Docs. The reason for this is that when it creates the transcript, okay, it's going to create it not within the app itself, which is what I've seen some of the other apps do. I'm not saying they are wrong, and I'm not saying one is better than the other, but I think in the context of what the audience is for, in this case for agencies, it makes it easier for you to actually save that document and even provide it either, especially if you've had a meeting with your client, to provide it to your client as soon as possible, or even for the team members to be able to have access to that. That anyone who you're going to invite and have a collaboration with would be able to download that and be able to see what was discussed, okay? So that's why they have this. So again, you will say you're giving them access to your Google Docs for that Google account that you created with with the app. And then you click on continue. Once you click on continue, I'm just changing this a bit. Once you click on continue, what will happen is that it's going to bring you over here. Let's go to home here. What do we have here? Gonna go to home. Yep. So let's see. Gonna bring up a new screen. I guess this one. So this is how it will look, okay? Now, I have to say that right now, when you come here the first time, you haven't used the app before, you're not going to have, these are my prior meetings that I've used, okay? The first one I did 13 days ago. The other one was today. I did 2 times actually today. It's very simple inside, but also very simple and powerful, okay? And I know that they're adding to it, so maybe more features will be upcoming. So one of the things here, just to give you a quick tour within here, you see that here it says 13 remaining meetings. By the way, I had one was deleted because there wasn't anything. So those were 4 and this. So you have about maybe 17, I'm thinking 17 meetings, about 15 to 17 free meetings that you can have, okay? Within your freemium account or freemium plan. All right. So when you come here, you won't have anything. You hear you saying this because I had them earlier, and that's what we're going to do as a demo to show you. So for example, here, you're going to go to home. Home is what this menu is. You're going to see your meetings, which is my meetings, okay? Each different ones. It shows that. My meetings, any meetings shared with me or anything shared with me in this context, you have the team meetings, okay, and all the meetings. All right. So starting from here, by the way, when you see this red little thing, that means that I have created a collection, and I'll get to that. So in case you're wondering what the heck that is, that's what that is, okay? So the first under our left-hand side menu is my meetings. These are the meetings I've had. When you click on either one of your meetings, you're going to get some more details, okay? Let me move this little here. Okay, so as you can see, the title of my meeting was Testing Scribble for Meeting Notes. I wanted to test it out and see how it works, understand how it works. And I have to say that I got that information. Okay, so for the first time, I really was just talking blah, blah, blah. There wasn't anything much. As you can see, why am I telling you that, first of all? It does create a transcription. A transcription is different from notes. A transcription is exactly what I said, who said what. So if there was more than one person here, you'd find that it would be naming every person who is invited, okay? And it knows that because from your meeting, you've made invites, you have the names of the people there. That's how it will know, okay? But then what happens is that this transcription is, remember when it said it needs access to your Google Doc? That is because when it also creates a Google Doc transcript or a transcript in your Google Doc. Why? So that you can easily download that quickly and provide it to people, which I like, because especially when you have met with clients, instead of going in and copying here and pasting, sometimes it may not even work properly. You have that created for you. You can certainly you can have that as a Google Doc. And then also, as you remember, if you've worked in Google, if someone hasn't, maybe they don't know, but if you haven't worked in Google, what happens is that you can download this in different formats, which I like, okay? This is how it looks in the Google Doc. And the Google Doc is almost like a Word doc, if you know that. So here it's word for word, everything that was said, the chat also. And I'm going to show you how the chart is, where you see that it comes off like that. But a Google Doc will allow you to be able to, have additional files that you can download in different formats. So in order to have those or create one, you'd have to go to File, okay? And then you go to Download. And when you see Download here, you have the different formats that you can download that transcript within. You can use it Microsoft Word, you can use an open document format, okay? You can use it in rich text format, PDF, plain text. You can use it also as a web page. It's going to be zipped, as you see here, it tells you. You can use it as an electronic publication here. And what this means, sorry, EPUB usually is like an ebook, something that you can create as an ebook, okay? And then also like a markdown document, okay? Those are the options. So I think that is super, super really helpful. You don't have to really struggle to be able to be downloading those. Okay, now because this doesn't have good meeting notes, I told you I was just blabbering away, literally testing it to see if it worked. The reason for that, because I have other note-taking apps and I was trying to test to see if this is even going to work, okay? At first I didn't see it, then afterwards I saw that it actually worked because I had to disable one of my other apps. That's the reason. So having said that, I'm going to go to the one at least that worked well, that has good notes, and that's follow-up audience. And that's this one, the very last one. By the way, the way it works is last in, first up. So meaning that the very latest, okay, the most current is going to be at the top, and yet the first in is last, they're farther down. And I think that is to show that if you want the most current, you may have not done anything with it, it's at the top, okay? So that's the reason. So this is the one I'm going to work on, okay? And why is that? So here I was talking about actually an app. I made a video before, an app that helps to create presentations. And I started off really just very high level and I talked to see what would come up. As you see here, I was saying, hey, I want to test this to see how do a walkthrough in Gamma, testing Scribble and all of that, okay? I'm not gonna worry about the transcript right now because like I said, I was testing it. It wasn't anything that, would make necessarily good sense. But also the other thing that happens is that Scribble takes and keeps the original transcript exactly as you say. But what happens is in the Google Doc that it creates, this is where now you can come and correct things, okay? Your transcript, that is, especially if you're going to share it, you don't want you don't want to send people a transcript that really, doesn't make sense, or there are spelling mistakes or things were transcribed kind of incorrectly. Okay, I guess in point, I changed this, but before it was showing works instead of works. Okay, that is how it had it. So I changed it to works. In other words, how Gamma works, how the other app works. So that's a way. So this is where you're going to come and edit your transcript, and it will show. Okay, going back into that. This is exactly the transcript as it is. And then here, what happens, just moving this over. So you have two sections. You have the section that shows you the transcript. And within this section, you're going to have the Google Doc created with the transcript. You're going to have, because I added, otherwise it didn't have anything. I added a collection. I'll talk about that later. And then also an option where you can share the meeting. And where you share the meeting really is by email. Okay, to send that person by email. All right. So here currently I'm the owner. It added me. This was the other one that I did. And also you can share this. Let's see, share with my team. I don't have a team yet, so that's why it probably was off. Anyway, you can also copy a link to it to share with someone, especially a team, maybe a teammate or someone outside. This would be, again, remember, agencies use this a lot. This would also be someone who maybe is like you from the outside, maybe not part of your team, but is either a client or someone that you wanted to be able to access this. So that, as you see here, anyone with a link can view what that is, so that they have the ability to view any outcomes from the meeting or anything like that, okay? The next section is the one on the right-hand side. This is the one now where AI does its magic. As you see here, it shows the attendees, the duration, it shows 1 minute, the date. But then also here, it says meeting notes and action items not enough, use custom GPT output. Now, we don't have to create that, but you can also create that. However, if you click here, meeting notes, when you see an arrow, that means there's some information or content underneath that. So when you click on that, you see that it created the notes here literally in bullet point. In other words, it made this easier to read, and it was able to make good sense of what it is. Because this, if you send to someone, they're probably not going to read it. They'll be like, too much for my eyes, okay? But when you send them something like this, it's well organized, it's bulleted, very easy to read, there's white space. In other words, there's space in between. They'll be able and want to read it. So essentially, as you see, it was short. Mine, the main points were, or copy notes, meeting notes were, Gamma is an AI-powered tool designed to create professional slides quickly. It offers multiple templates for styling presentations. In the context of Gamma, slides are referred to as Gammas, which is exactly what I say, okay? Action items from that. Here it says, evaluate the effectiveness of Gamma for presentation creation, okay? So meaning that the people I'm going to send this to, they can actually do that. They can evaluate, try Gamma, the app that I'm testing out, not testing out, but I'm demoing and showing them how to use it. And therefore they can try using it, and the outcome is that they can see if it works well for them or not. That's really what it is. I didn't necessarily put action items, but usually when you have, like project meetings and stuff like that, you usually have action items that are going to be spelled out. Sometimes it may not necessarily be spelled out. You may say, hey, you delegate work, as a business manager, a manager, a project manager. And you tell someone, hey, you need follow up with this or that and the kind of thing. And it will take note of that. Okay. So that's the beauty of it. Anyway, that's how that works. So, and then we go to meeting chat, okay? Excuse me. So the meeting chat here says this meeting is being transcribed with AI notes, powered by Scribbl. Try it for free. So when you click on that, it brings you here. So the meeting chat essentially, I'll tell you what the meeting chat does is that when you have people on the meeting, okay, within the chat, there's going to be where usually people are either asking questions or you know telling you asking questions or some kind of communication is happening there. You're going to find that they there's different text that's going on. So there were two in this case. Again, this was a very short one. What happened is that my other app that calls Tactic AI extension also transcribed this, and it automatically, you know, put this note that, hey, I'm transcribing this call with Tactic AI extension, okay? And then it put its URL there, keep the pin message. Same thing, actually, Scribbl did the same. It says they'll try it for free. Now, why does it do this? It does this, both of these do this because one, they're telling people that, hey, this meeting is being recorded and we are also transcribing it, okay? The second thing is that if someone, for example, this is really on the Scribbl side, that if I have, for example, any, not necessarily teammates, but someone outside from my organization or any organization using Scribbl in this case, when I say organization, it seems big, but any agency, any business type, any team, anything, if you have someone from outside, this is a way for them also to show people that, hey, this Scribbl is being used as a note taker. If you want, try it out. So that's why it's there. Otherwise, if I had actual people who were on the call with me and we were communicating via chat, people asking questions, say it was a workshop, because a workshop, a webinar, people tend to, they tend to be more people, and people are asking and interacting, engaging and asking questions. You'll see that that's what that is here. But just to show you, let me first finish here. And then we have AI Copilot. So what does it do? It said, how would you evaluate how I performed in my meeting? So here it gives me feedback how I performed. But before we get to that, give me 1 second. I actually want to show you here how the chat looks like on this document. Let's see. The chart looks like. Gonna change my share here. Share back to that. Okay, so this is the document, okay? And remember I showed you here, this is how it looks. I did take screenshots actually, because I'm also going to write about this. I write on Medium, so that is, which is another writing platform. So I'll write about this sharing screenshots like I did the other note-taking apps. Anyway, the other thing is that these are the other screens that you're going to see as you're finishing up creating your, finishing up creating your account. But just to give you a quick screenshot, this is how the chat looks like, or looked like. I took a screenshot. So this particular one, as you see, it says this meeting is being transcribed with AI meeting notes powered by Scribbl. So this is how it looks. If someone wanted to send something or ask, they would click on here. But what happened, this one that you see here is called Tactic. That's the logo, as you see before. I already had it and I don't want to remove it. But what I did is I just disabled it or stopped it from transcribing. That's the reason. However, it had already transcribed, that first note, quick note saying, hey, meeting notes are being taken by Tactic. Okay, that's why you saw that in that AI chat. I had that, but that is how it looks. This is how exactly it looks. Anyone who wants to send a message, ask a question, they're going to have that here. Okay. So that's how that looks. So let's go back to what we're working on. Let me just all right, so let me share the screen again here. All right, so back to our screen here. So we finished that. The other feedback you're going to get is AI pilot. Here it's telling me really how I performed. By the way, there wasn't anything here. I'm the one who asked it that, hey, how would you evaluate how I performed in my meeting? So these are things that you can ask for more feedback because it will be able to tell you that. However, it only gives one free Copilot feedback chat to be given. And so that's why you see here. I told you this is a freemium account because I wanted to start from there since many people may go for that. Okay. You reach your free plan. So it's saying which is just one. That's okay. All right. So going back here, saying, oh, certainly evaluating your performance in a meeting can depend on multiple factors. Here are some evaluation points based on provided transcript. So when we say provided transcript, it's also referencing that transcript, okay, that was there. Evaluation of meeting performance. So here it's talking about engagement, clarity, and communication, structure and organization, technical aspects, visual aids. And so my recommendations is telling me, okay, I engage the audience. Obviously, I didn't because it was just 1 minute, okay? But if I had, usually I do engage my audience. However, this is the feedback it gives me. It's saying exactly what happened. I didn't engage with anyone because, again, it was just me. Professional tone. Consider minimizing casual language in professional settings. Actually, I'm okay with the language I use, but I'm grateful for that. Anyway, use visuals. Use visual aids effectively to complement your talking points. Perfect. That was right. Here I was actually, I had Gamma open, so I was demoing that. I didn't have necessarily like a slide, but I was using, because I was demoing that. Feedback. After the meeting, solicit feedback to understand areas of improvement. So essentially, this is what you can do, and it will give you those tips, how to better improve your performance, your presentation performance, which is a good thing, okay? So final thoughts. Overall, the walkthrough of the tool was informative. For further improvement, focus on engagement techniques and professional tone. Remember, continuous practice and feedback collection are key to refining your meeting skills. Well, thank you, Scribbl. So anyway, that's what Scribbl gave me as feedback, okay? So that's good. Next, I'm going to go over here where it says collections to show you what's there. I like that it's actually simple. There's not too much going on. I've used others. It's not that there's too much. They probably provide everything within here. So I like actually how here Scribbl kind of nested their information so that this is very clean. You have to click on that, you come here, and then under each is where the feedback is. Because for the others, everything tends to be here and the feedback is here. So I think this is good job, Scribbl. Good job. All right. Back to collection. So what is collection? I already created one here, but before there wasn't anything. A collection is essentially like a way of organizing your different clients. Remember, this is mainly for agents or any business that's client facing, okay? You organize them here, you create any that's under the collections, and so that it's easier for you, one, for your team to work with your clients. That's why you remember where in the beginning, it was saying that for the agency feedback, they're very happy because it's very easy to onboard their new team members because they have everything here. You don't have to go into Google Drive or some other, let's say Box or any other type of sharing platform of documents to try and get those and give to your team. Everything can be here, okay? So for example, you can create an SOP You can create a folder for your standards of operation procedures, okay, policies and procedures, and any other kind that has to do with your team, okay? You can create that, like maybe your company folder, and then under that you create some other folders that have to do with how your team operates or who does what, or some kind of training documentation, okay? So that it's here within here and people can find it. I think I love that. I like that. The second thing, as you see, what I did is I created this client collection for client. So I just said for my company, client one. And so as you see here in this collection, I'll curate all our interactions, milestones, and discussions related to the client name, and then your name. It's a central hub for the team to quickly get up to speed on where we stand with the client, in this case, client one, ensuring we're aligned and responsive to their needs. It's about keeping your client relations sharp, proactive, and personal. I think I like that. So what happens is if you have any meeting, you can actually move it here. Remember here how we did this? So I'm going to move this one probably, sorry, when you have to click on it and then you say add to the collection here, if you have several of these, okay, you click on which one you want that added. Remember, I only have one, but let's say we had 5, 2, 3, 5, anything more than one, you can just click on that and then it will add that meeting into that collection in this case, okay? So if you go here, let's see, it's there. Let's go to the collection. Remember before here it was showing 0 meetings, so now it shows 1 meeting, which is great. So there you go. You have that meeting showing up here, everything that happened, timelines for meeting. You have executive summary, highlights, kickoff with John Doe, marketing, and all of that, which I like. By the way, this comes with this, so you'd have to clean it up or edit it a little bit so that it's exactly what you wanted it to look like, okay? So when you click here on that, it will bring you here to show you exactly the notes that we saw earlier, okay? So that's how that works, all right? So I like that it's simple. All right, so next, I'm going to let's go here to under the settings. I'm very sure, by the way, that if you go to the paid upgrade and go to the paid plans, that there'll probably be a few more features that you can use, okay? But here the settings, here it's showing us account. This is my account, the name of the person, email, the team name, I already put that out there. The team is Project Elevation Partners here, okay? Subscription, we have monthly meetings remaining 13. It also will tell you if you have any that you have done here, it will show you what those are. Meeting settings, general in meeting settings, set extension to on by default, generate meeting notes. You can suddenly an action items. If you want, you can remove any of this, okay? But I want them on, so I'll leave it. Additionally, now like me who has, let's say me who has other meeting not taking meeting notes, okay? I have to remember to turn this on in the context, on or off in the context that I want to use it. So I could actually turn this off for me if I want to use the others, okay? And so you may have to turn these on or off, but because I have others, you know, I may turn this off and use Scribble when I'm actually working with a client. But in cases where maybe I'm recording trainings and things like that, I may use the other versus using this one. Okay, those are the different use cases actually for each and how things differentiate. Video recording settings automatically prompt me to record video in the meeting. So you can do that. Perfect. Okay. You see that? You can do that. It can also record your videos in the meetings. Now, in order to do that, also go at the very beginning and go through what each plan is. I do remember for the freemium, the videos are going to be removed after 2 months. So just make sure that you're aware of that. Also, there's less storage for videos. So meaning that if you record using this, just remember that you have to save them off. Okay. But if not, you need to upgrade so that you have this saved even for a whole year. So especially if you're working with your clients. Okay. So do that. All right, so hopefully this was helpful. This is all I've got. What do I like? I think the things that I've seen with Scribbl is that it's very simple to use, but very powerful. I like actually that they nested because I've used other tools for note taking, and they have a lot here on this left menu. I like that this is clean and simple, and so it's kind of nested, so that when you go into each meeting, that's where actually you're going to see the additional details of each of those meetings. Let me bring this here. Of each of those meetings versus being everything being accessed here, because it ends up, I think, looking very not disorganized, but maybe there's a lot going on here. Okay, so that's what I like for it. So if you're someone who has a business that's client facing, you may want to actually use Scribbl. Please also remember to subscribe to the channel, and also if you like this demo, please click like, and because it helps a lot with telling other people that this is very good content so that they can also share it. Otherwise, also feel free to share it. And by the way, this is yes. If you have any questions, please feel free to let me know. Okay, thank you. Bye-bye.